I am genuinely devastated to report that the title is not clickbait. If you want to go faster in a new Volkswagen car, then you have to pay a subscription to do that. Forget Netflix, Volkswagen locks horsepower behind paid subscription. You're used to paying for access to Netflix, Amazon Prime, Disney Plus every month, but now Volkswagen is getting in on the act. It's asking owners of the ID.3 hatch to pay extra if they wish their cars to deliver the full performance that they're capable of. Yes, you read that correctly. While the Volkswagen ID.3 Pro and Pro S are listed on the configurator as producing 210 something horsepower, buyers must pay a subscription fee to reach their car's full potential of 228 horsepower. When you buy a car, you should just straight up own it. I don't know why that is controversial, but apparently Volkswagen disagrees with me. This is peak inshitification. This is like if those download more RAM viruses that you got on your mom's computer when you were 12 because you were trying to play Minecraft with better frames. It's like if those were real. You have to actually download more horsepower. Why is this a thing? Maybe that's next though. Maybe computer companies will start charging subscriptions to use your entire GPU. This subscription currently stands at £16.50 per month. This is almost 3 times the price of a standard with ads Netflix subscription, following a 1-month free trial or a total of £165 per year. Owners can also choose to select a lifetime subscription for the grand total of £649, with this being attached to the car rather than the individual, meaning the upgrade will remain if the vehicle is sold. Except if you're paying a lifetime subscription for something, you don't own it. We all know every company ever will try and take away lifetime subscriptions as soon as they can. There's no guarantee that Volkswagen won't try and do the same thing. They're already taking away your ability to drive faster in a car that can already drive faster. There's no guarantee that they're going to be moral enough to let you keep this allegedly lifetime subscription. If you're thinking about buying an ID.3, I am not and will never consider Volkswagen again, you can spec out the new one here or get a pre-owned model at about £9,000 with no subscriptions at play. And as soon as I read this, I was like, oh, well, I guess I'm never buying a Volkswagen again, which kind of sucks because I actually own a Volkswagen. I've only ever owned one car. I love it. It's reliable. It's easy to fix. It's relatively cheap, gets great gas mileage. I've had like one $200 repair in the full 8 years that I've owned it. And this is it. That's the only one I'm ever buying. I'm never purchasing another Volkswagen again as long as I live. This is absurd. To be clear, this is software locking down your car's features. This would be like if iPhone started charging a subscription for you to be able to film or take pictures in HD, or if your freezer started charging you subscriptions to get colder. Like, it's something that those devices can already do, that the companies have installed new software to make it so that it can't do that unless you pay them to let you do the thing on your device that you own that can already do that thing. A device exists that can do something, and then software is installed on the device to stop it from doing that thing until you pay money. You know what that sounds a lot like to me? Ransomware. The definition: a type of malicious software designed to block access to a computer system until a sum of money is paid. Well, golly gee, doesn't that sound a lot like ransomware? Your car is being held at ransomware point for you to be extorted for £16.50 a month so that you can access the features that your car already has. Fortune magazine also talked about this. A Volkswagen spokesperson told Fortune that the, quote, power on demand function, which is the stupidest name for we're charging you for a thing you can already do, for its ID.3 range has been available since May 2024 and part of the company's development of its digital business models. To be clear, this alleged development of digital business models is not them developing anything new. The only thing they're developing is an inability for you to access your car's features. They're only building software to stop you from being able to do something the car could already do. The car maker offers subscription services for adaptive cruise control, navigation, voice assistant, and seat heating. And frankly, this made me even more mad. It's one thing with like adaptive cruise control or navigation if the car has to communicate with servers that the company has to uphold. That's a service that's not available natively on the car. If it were to go offline, it would no longer be able to do that. I can live with that. But heated seats? That's so stupid. BMW already did this and people hated it so much that they rolled it back. And as usual, every time a company does something like this that makes people mad, they immediately start trying to gaslight people into thinking it's a good idea or that people enjoy it. We saw it with Cracker Barrel on my video of like 3 days ago where the CEO was like, no, really. People love this change. Despite online backlash, the spokesperson said, quote, so far the customer feedback has been positive. This is back to Volkswagen again, by the way. They have the opportunity to still enable additional functions that they may not have considered or needed when they first ordered the car. Except they're not taking it into the shop and having the older stock engine swapped out with a new one with more horsepower. They own the car and the engine that's already capable of doing that thing, and it's code written by Volkswagen that's stopping it from doing that. This is the most nonsensical straw man argument. Functions that they may not have considered or needed when they first ordered the car. Yeah, except they have those functions. Those functions already exist in the car. The issue isn't customers deciding or considering what they want or need. The issue is artificially using software to limit what a car that you own can do so that a company can extort you for more money. I cannot fathom how anyone could possibly defend this behavior. It's insane. Despite the growth of the subscription economy, which I think is just a blight on humanity, monthly fees for car-connected services are becoming less appealing to customers according to the July S&P Global report. Compared to 2024, when 86% of respondents said that they would pay for car-connected services, only 68% of respondents this year said the same. Yeah, because nobody has any money. People can't afford yet another subscription service to pay for something that they already own. Volkswagen's power-on-demand philosophy invokes memories of BMW's monthly subscription fee for heated seats, which the automaker discontinued after consumer backlash. Quote, and this is probably the stupidest thing that I've ever read, "We thought that we would provide an extra service to the customer by offering the chance to activate that later, but the user acceptance isn't that high," Pieter Noda, a former BMW board member for sales and marketing, told Autocar in 2023. People feel that they double paid, which is actually not true, but perception is reality, I always say, so that was the reason we stopped that. Now, I realize this video is about Volkswagen, but BMW is just straight up lying there. If you own a car that has the ability to do something, and then you lock that something behind subscription software or paywalls that you have to pay to unlock to use it, then you are paying twice. Once when you bought the car, which can already do the thing, and then once when you had to pay to get access to the thing that you already paid for. There's no argument for this that isn't made in bad faith, and there's no justification for this garbage. But as cars become increasingly reliant on software, consumers should expect to see more of these subscription features in the future models, according to Joseph Yoon, Edmunds Car Insights analyst. Quote, as cars become more and more software driven, especially EVs, it makes sense that Volkswagen would build just one car and let software determine its features and options, Yoon told Fortune. Except no, it doesn't make sense. What? Fortune is doing this thing where it feels the need to present both sides of an argument in an equal light, even though the other side is absolutely moronic. Imagine they wrote an article about something obviously dumb, like whether women should have the right to vote. And then they felt the need to present both sides equally, both people saying why women should be allowed to vote, and then people saying why women shouldn't be allowed to vote. Like, no, you don't need to present the other side. It's so moronic and idiotic and in such bad faith, it can be universally ignored and criticized. And look, I understand a lot of people don't care about this specifically, but I think it's going to get worse. If Volkswagen gets away with charging to use the entire engine of the car that you already own, then they'll start doing that with other things as well. And if Volkswagen completely gets away with this, then what do you think all the other car companies are going to do? They're going to look at that and say, oh, well, people are actually willing to pay for things that they already own. So why don't we just start charging for those things? Being charged to accelerate faster and drive faster is a dystopian nightmare. But imagine you're being charged for things like AC. You can get cool AC or you can get extra cool premium AC for a subscription service because it's locked behind software, even though your car can already do that. It's the same with heated seats. Your car can already heat the seats. You don't need a server to do that, but it's locked away artificially behind these software subscriptions so that the company can keep extorting you for money. I found a couple of news reports talking about that, and I think they've got some interesting opinions.
In the United Kingdom, Frank's favorite place to talk about, the Volkswagen ID3 costs around $50,000. It's an electric vehicle with the equivalent of 228 horsepower, but you only get 200 when you drive off the lot.
He says the equivalent of 228. To be clear, there's no equivalency here. It has an engine that has 228 horsepower. That is it.
You got to give them $21 a month extra if you want full power.
That is so weird.
By the way, even at full power, 228, measly number for cars these days. While this isn't happening in America, at least not yet, car companies seem intrigued by a subscription service. Remember, this is asking customers to pay more to use features that are already in their cars.
Insanity.
For $1,200 a year, Mercedes will unlock a 20% acceleration boost for some of their electric vehicles. BMW had an option to let you activate your heated seats for a fee, which they discontinued. But nickel and diming for extras is just the way it is now. Imagine a future where you wake up and get a notification that's like, oops, sorry, it'll be $10 to use your turn signals today.
Yeah.
Whoa.
At least BMW drivers will have an excuse now.
Now, to be fair, I don't think it's ever going to come down to turn signals, but imagine a world in which you want to play music from your phone into your car, but you have to pay a subscription for that, even though the car already has the ability to do that. Or if you want to use the car's GPS, but you have to pay a subscription for that, even though the car already has access to GPS, so the company doesn't need to be involved. It starts here and it goes everywhere. And as long as customers are just willing to go along with it and say, it's only $20 a month, I won't even even notice that's missing. It's going to get worse and worse, and car companies will keep doing it. Just look at something like video editing software. Good luck finding a company outside of Adobe and Figma that lets you do that, and you have to pay subscription services for them because people let them get away with it until they could monopolize the industry. And now, as a result, there are no other options outside of, I think, just DaVinci Resolve pretty much, which is actually the one I use.
Easy joke.
Slam right there.
Yeah, got those BMW guys, let me tell you. But it's just
He definitely drives a BMW, right?
it's a crazy thing that we live in now, this world where like your car is so connected.
Yeah.
Everything is a computer. It's always on the internet. Not only can they turn on and off things willy-nilly,
Well,
but
I mean, Tesla, they literally have a camera that is observing the driver all the time.
right, everything is connected. And I mean, you also wonder, is there a world where they can find where you are? I don't know what value this would be to most people, but someone theoretically could check in on you on that camera and see.
That's actually a thing that happened. I think it was maybe it was a lawsuit or maybe just a Tesla whistleblower. The Tesla employees would pass around in internal chat rooms videos of people from inside their Teslas because it's all uploaded to clouds that the Tesla employees have access to.
What you're doing. I mean, the idea that they're going, this mass data pool of all the information of the way you drive, what you're agreeing to when you buy that car, what they're going to do with that information.
One day it'll monitor your driving
Right.
and just send the ticket directly
Right.
to your mailbox.
What it should
It's insane that you have to agree to a terms of service to drive your car. I don't have to agree to terms of service to use my phone. I don't have to agree to terms of service to sit in that chair that I usually use. The terms of service for using a car should be like having a license, and being legally of age and owning the car. Like that's I also hadn't really considered it. But another concern with everything being connected all the time, obviously there's one, companies can randomly lock stuff behind subscription paywalls that wasn't locked behind it before. But also everything you do on the internet is tracked. The car is connected, it tracks everything you do. And it actually sells that data to advertisers, including your insurance company, probably. This is true. Feel free to look it up. But insurance companies will purchase this data and then increase the insurance premiums of drivers that they feel are driving in a way that would make them statistically more likely to get into an accident, even if they aren't in an accident. So if your insurance cost randomly skyrockets and you have a newer car, there's a chance that's why. And to be clear, this is the future that car companies want, where they can charge you subscription services for stuff that you already own, and then they can take the data that they collect about you, which they're charging you for, and then sell it again to a third party. So they make money on both ends. They take the money from you for using the car you already own, and then they pass your data along to another company. They burn the candle at both ends, so to speak, and they make money at two ways.
Volkswagen is now charging a recurring fee to unlock the full power of customers' electric vehicles. The German automotive giant has added a monthly subscription to release the full performance from some of its ID3 electric hatchback variants. James, this is deeply, deeply sinister stuff. So
a really important word he used there was the word release the functions of, the thing that your car can do. Because remember, you're not upgrading anything. You're not getting anything new that you're paying for. That would be okay. That's just capitalism. All you're doing is paying so that code that is in your car is being erased, allowing you to use the entirety of the car. And I cannot stress enough how that feels like the very definition of ransomware. You have to pay money to have malicious code removed that lets you use the thing you already own. This is absurd, and I wish it was illegal.
you got to pay a subscription to get your
buy
car. You buy the car.
You buy the car, and then, but we all know, and regular viewers of this program will know exactly where this is going. You will own nothing, and you will be happy. This is the Klaus Schwab WEF subscription model where we don't actually own anything. You don't own a car, you lease it, and then you lease all the features on it. If you want to, have that extra passing power, you gotta put in another $20 a month. This is so sinister. You know why companies love this, and you also know why companies are getting backlash to it. They're not the first ones, by the way, to try this. I think Mercedes tried something like this. Now, they love this because, of course, it means, they're not just selling you the car and getting that lump of cash, but it's ongoing, hooked cash flow sort of thing. But it's a terrible, terrible idea.
They're so desperate to make money that instead of building better cars that customers would actually want to sell their old car for and upgrade to the new car, they're just regressing and removing features that you already have to force people into subscription fees. And basically every company with subscription fees kind of does this. Like your power bill has probably been steadily increasing over the years. Would you say the service around your power is better? Would you say your power is more efficient or your light bulbs are brighter? I mean, no, obviously not. They're just raising the price because they can. I realize that one's not like maybe a great example because there are laws about how much power companies can charge, but the concept stays.
It's economic lunacy as well, and it's just so anti-consumer. I hate government regulation. I would love to see governments take a giant hammer to this.
What I want you to leave here with is this realization that it starts here and it goes everywhere. It starts with things like heated seats, and then it goes to using all of your engine's horsepower. Then it goes to getting to use your AC. Then it goes to playing music. Then it goes to using all of your gas tank. And then it goes to a subscription to pay to use your car at all. If we let companies get away with the little things, we will eventually let them get away with the big things. If you pay a subscription for something, no matter what it is, you do not own it straight up.